So it's been a while since I reviewed a game. Yeah, I really need a new opener to these reviews other than, oh damn, when was the last time I reviewed a game? Dopey-doo, funny meme! You know, it's March and I'm finally an adult, so let's look back at a Zelda game that puts hair on your chest. So, Zelda Breath of the Wild. A majority of us know this game, right? Game of the Year 2017, anyone? What a large title to live up to. Does it live to the hype, IMO? Of course it nepping does! 4 years on this beauty! If I gave an extensive review on why exactly Breath of the Wild deserved the praise it got, you'd likely get pretty bored pretty fast. Most of us gamer guys know exactly why Breath of the Wild gets its praise. Though, let's talk about some parts of the game I enjoy and dislike especially. Breath of the Wild's story can be as short or as long as you want it to be. After meeting with the dead king of Hyrule who tells you that you lost your memories after Calamity Ganon caught you by surprise, don't ask me what timeline this game's in. If MatPat doesn't know, we'll clearly never know! He sets Link on his way to restore the Divine Beast, pointing you towards Kakariko Village. However, you can easily ignore this and just dick around in Hyrule Field until a guardian burns you by staring at you. Or get super survival mode and beat Ganon with nothing but your wits and possible dumb luck. Or you could go to Kakariko and search for your missing memories and mission to get everything you can out of the game. This showing of choice is one of Breath of the Wild's greatest strengths, especially after the linearity of Skyward Sword. I also quite enjoy Breath of the Wild's gameplay. It's nice to get that Wii U gamepad/Switch controller feel, plus everything functions like it should. Each weapon you use has the proper weight it should, combat feels nice and quick, and the basic button layout is simple. Plus, you're essentially a brittle god. What, you think I'm joking? Not only can you move magnetic objects, make ice pillars to walk across lakes and rivers, freeze objects in time, and get a better physics lesson than you ever will in an 8th grade science class, make both round and cube remote bombs, and also take some cool selfies and summon chests from the sky. Also, your weapons are varied. Sure, you got your swords and your bows along with axes. Also, enchanted items like fire and ice arrows and fire and ice rods are now basic weapons you can buy or take from enemies you kill. What used to be dungeon items, including the boomerangs, are now just weapons for Link to use. This unfortunately leads me to one of my issues with Breath of the Wild: the dungeons. For one, there are only 4 main dungeons with very basic puzzles centering around finding control units to find the Ganon piece controlling it to weaken Calamity Ganon, which requires moving part of the Divine Beast in some sort of way. Ultimately, the idea of moving a dungeon to explore it is intriguing. However, the problem is all of the dungeons feel samey, without the design appeal to separate one Divine Beast from another. What's the difference between Valruda and Valmeadow? It's likely how you got there and the elements surrounding the dungeon. This leaves the base Zelda dungeon puzzles to the shrines. Each shrine has a Zelda-like puzzle, and the reward is a Spirit Orb. Collect 4 and you can get a heart container or a stamina fruit. Yep, those are back, and if you want to climb, you'll need that non-Clinton stamina. Sadly, the dungeons aren't the only pet peeve of mine with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's music pieces are minimal, to say the least. It's mostly just silent pianos and soft music, unless you're near a guardian or at Hyrule Castle. It's a pet peeve, mostly due to it being done to play at an emotion in the player. You know how Twilight Princess's Hyrule Field got you hyped up to save the day with that booming opening? Well, Breath of the Wild's field is peacefulness with a small feeling of anxiety. Yes, anxiety. This is due to how at any point after beating the Yiga hideout, Yigas can come out at you at any time. And they're easy to take out. I'm just one squeamish mofo, you know? Ultimately, Breath of the Wild definitely lives up to the name Game of the Year 2017. The game is fun to play, and the choice given to the player gives you interesting ways to play the game. However, while also doing this, it also takes out parts that I really enjoy about Zelda games, like how the dungeons play out and look, as well as parts of the music. However, those are ultimately nitpicks compared to what is a really good game. Still prefer Ocarina of Time though. Anyways, I'm Pcuspard, and see you next game.